Hey, what's going on, Appliance Boot Camp? Mike Sneed coming to you. I'm out here in old fashioned ice cream. Excuse me. We actually had to do some sealing on the walls and on our countertops today. So, and also, so it got me kind of coughing in here. Just getting this from the actual stuff we put on the wall. But it's going to be good. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We'll give everybody a few minutes to actually join in. uh, um, and because I'm just coming live, I still got a lot to do, a lot going on. Next this week is really this week is Fourth of July, a lot weekend, so a lot of the actual towns are actually doing their Fourth of July celebrations. So we've been contacted to go do several other different events. So I got to get ready for that. Got a lot of orders. We're actually getting ready for our annual inspection. So that's why we resealing walls and stuff like that, getting that ready. Also, I'm actually doing. Rotating the screen. Okay, let me rotate the screen. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'll rotate the screen and see what it do. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to rotate the screen. Uh, Let me see if I can rotate it. Let's see here. See if I can rotate. Here we go, camera. Let me see if I bring it back on. But what will it do? This one is going to be all messed up because I'm not able to get the screen where it should be. Give me a second. We'll see what we can do with the actual screen. I'll go to setting, camera, front facing, backward facing. Yeah, it's locked in for some reason. Let me see if I can auto rotate. There we go. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. I got it now. Okay, we're good. I had to get it off of that actual auto rotate. Let me get this straight. All right, is that better? All right. That should be better. Is that better now? The actual screen? Okay, we're good. All right, thanks. Yeah, I couldn't figure out why it was locked in, but I figured it out. Okay, like I said, we got a lot going on this week. We have the actual Fourth of July stuff we're doing. They're actually just finished getting. We passed the inspection, so they actually just finished covering back up the actual pipes. I'll be out there first thing in the morning to actually see what's going on with the actual new container site that we got going on. We got to get the actual our actual van got to get wrapped tomorrow. So I got a lot going on in the next couple of days, and I'm actually also doing some work on the actual ice cream batch freezer we have. So we got all that stuff going on that I'm doing, which I love. I love doing this. Also, I have a couple of drink freezers that I've repaired. They're actually working. We're going to get those actually set up in here tomorrow. So we got a lot going on. A lot going on. And so, but this is what I love. I love doing this type of stuff. And I'm gonna come to you real quick because I got to put one of my back freezers back together tonight, and so I need to get it back together and check on it. But that's kind of what I'm coming into you tonight for. Just talk about all the different business coaches that we have. We have all these business coaches, especially in the African American community, where we have all these people doing business coaching, but we don't see any businesses popping up in our community. Even from the coaches, I don't even see businesses coming up from them. unless it's something to deal more with coaching and whatnot. And business should be it's fairly easy once you get one going. No, it's I'm not saying easy. I'm not saying the actual work and getting it up and going is easy, but the concept behind the business is pretty easy. Once you do one of them, it's universal. You can usually get the rest of them going. A lot of times, the work and the commitment that's involved, you don't want to do it. But I'm not seeing any businesses coming from out of there, and and I don't know what to think about this. Maybe I'm watching too much of JT Pocket Watch. I saw him last night. He had a guy on who has a university, and it was I could not believe it. The stuff that the guy was trying to pull on people, and people actually buy it. And it makes me feel bad about this stuff that we're doing called actually selling these courses and stuff. I don't want to be associated with the people who actually sell these courses because to me a lot of them just not doing it. They're just not doing it. I was it's just starting. You're starting to feel. You're starting to if you're in the course creation right now. I'll take my glasses off. Right now, if you're in the course creation, you're starting to feel like one of these Strayer universities or ITT. You're starting to feel like you're part of the problem, even though you might be putting a good product out and helping people. You just feel like you're one of these for-profit colleges who just signing people up for a lot of student loans and getting people money. Because the people who are actually selling you the courses, they're not making their money off of the information they're selling you. As far as when I say information, they're making their money off the information they're selling, not off of doing the actual business they're telling you they're going to make you proficient. They don't do that. They make their money by you buying the actual course for 15, 20, and $30,000. That's how they make their money. And and I'm starting to feel bad about it. Where I don't want to be like I said, I don't want to be associated with those guys and young girls. It just don't feel right. And right now, it's getting to the point because of people like JT Pocket watching and them, where they're shining the light on people. A lot of people now are having to prove that they can actually go make that money the way that they claim they can. Uh, and I have to be careful because, like I say, a lot of people watch this, and I don't want to start no beef or nothing with nobody. But it's just crazy. To start a appliance repair business, it's simple. You need to learn the trade. I can teach you the trade in one weekend, enough to get going. You're not going to be a master in one weekend. That's crazy when you even think that. But I teach you enough to actually get started, where you can go out there and start earning money and earn as you learn. You learn the trade, and then after you learn the trade, you register your LLC. You get your EIN number. Go out, get a contract. After you get a contract, you take that contract to an insurance agent. Get your insurance. Once you get your insurance, you're gonna tell the contract people to give you one or two stops a day, and you're gonna go out there and charge them an hour and a half to go diagnose, an hour and a half to go put the part on, and that's how you make your money. And that's how you learn the trade. That's how you get out here and get your business going. It's just that simple. If I'm going to teach you how to start a business, I got to teach you. It got to be that simple that I tell you. I listen to some people. I still ain't figured out how their business run, and I've been listening to them for a couple of years. What's the business that you're doing that you can't just tell somebody in a couple of sentences how to do it, and it's real simple. Same thing with the blender repair. I teach you how to repair the blenders. They ain't like 4 parts in the blender, so I teach you how to repair those, and I can teach you that in a day how to repair the blenders. You're gonna go out to the actual restaurants, the Smoothie Kings, Tropical Smoothies, Starbucks. They have those actual blenders. You're gonna take them a card, or you're gonna take them a letter. Actually speak to the manager. Say, hey, I fix these blenders. If you have any problems, send them to me. They send them to you. Same thing. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna charge them an $85 bench fee to actually diagnose, tell them what's wrong with it. and then you charge them. I charge 125, 150 to fix them, and then price of the part, retail price on the part, and send it back to them. Like I say, for 4 parts in the blender, so it's super easy to fix. So you send it back, and that's how you make your money. Then you can send it out to all the, you get a list of all the franchise owners in the area. Just send a blast email or a blast postcard or letter to all those people, and that's how you get going in the blender. Garage doors, the same way. You can actually, some states require you have electrical contractor's license in order to repair them through third party warranty. But if they don't, third party warranty, just tell them to do garage doors. You can go out to, you can just go out to the job sites where they're doing new construction. Just take you a flyer in the inspection box and stick it up in there, and just say, hey, you do garage doors installed, and that's it. And let the contractor, as he come back and he's looking for somebody to install garage doors, he's gonna call you. But your card and your flyer is stuck up there in the contracting box. He's coming out there every day, every other day, not every day, to check the inspection box. Like I got going go check mine tomorrow, and if somebody in there say, hey, I do concrete, guess what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna pick up the phone and call them and say, hey man, you do concrete? Yeah, come on out here and give me a bid and let's go. So that you make it easy for the contractor or the person who's doing the work. They give you a call, you go out there and you start installing the garage. Just that simple. Dryer vent cleaning, same thing, super easy. You just, I had a guy call me earlier today. Uh, he didn't even take the course. He just listened to what I said to JT back in the day about how you start a dryer vent cleaning business. You just get the list of the zip codes or the houses and stuff that you want. I show you how to do that, and just send postcards out there. Say, hey, you clean dryer vents, and he told me he making $4,000 a month cleaning dryer vents. We need to take the course, just listening to what we're doing, and that's all he does is cleaning dryer vents. And so you send it out there, and tell them you clean dryer vents. They get you get the actual fire report every week of all the fires that happen, and find out what street it's happened on. Then just go out there to that street and just put out flyers in everybody's house. Everybody's all in the upset, roar because they just had a fire in that neighborhood, kind of like the ADT and CPI used to do back in the day. If somebody broke into a house in a neighborhood, they'll show up the next day. Hey, let me sell you a alarm system because everybody already knows it was a break-in. Same thing happened if you got a fire. You just go to that neighborhood, canvass that neighborhood, and put out the dryer vent cleaning. That's how you start your dryer vent cleaning. And he say he's doing, I think he told me he's doing 185, he's going up to $200 for his dryer vent cleaning. That's how simple it is. It's nothing hard. Same thing with the ice cream parlor. It's simple. If you're going to start an ice cream parlor, you got to figure out what you're going to do. If you're going to do a pop-up tent, if you're going to do a mobile trailer, or you're going to do brick and mortar. And depending on what you're going to do, you're going to do pop-up tent. You need to figure out where you're going to buy your ice cream or you're going to make it. If you're going to buy your ice cream, it's pretty simple. Just buy your ice cream, and if you're going to scoop it out there, you're going to have dipping something. You have to have 3 pans of water and a hand washing sink. If you're going to do prepackaged, all you got to have nothing. Just show up there with a prepackaged and actually sell it. Like One Stop Mike does. You can do it that way, where it's prepackaged before you get there. All you're doing is just picking it out the freezer, giving it to people. So you can do it that way. Also, you can do it with the mobile trailer. Mobile trailer, same thing. You have to have the sink and dipper well. You can figure out if you're going to make the ice cream or you're going to buy it from somebody else, and you just dip it and give it to people, and they give you $5 for a 4-ounce cup. If you're going to do brick and mortar, you're going to have somebody come out and put you a 3-base sink, hand washing sink, in the building you're going to get. In North Carolina, you call the Department of Agriculture. They come out and they inspect it, and then from there they get your permit, and you're going to have to show them where you're going to be buying your dairy mix and stuff from. Then you go out there, you start making and selling ice cream, and you market it through Facebook Marketplace, not Marketplace, but Facebook ads. You can do it that way. You can go out to different events. You sell homemade ice cream. That's it. It's just that simple. It's not something where you got to have this is another thing too, where you got to have the mentors that's going to mentor you on your business, and they're going to talk to you forever and ever and ever about starting a business. Now, if you're going to take your business to the next level, some places that where you're going to do appliance repair, you're going to have you want to make it so that you're going to have all these technicians that retire from it. You need to join the trade organization. You join your actual trade organization, PSA, USA. Right now, USA is pretty much the better one because of the PSA. That unfortunately their membership and the demographics of the age of the membership is actually dwindling. PSA have a larger membership and it's a little bit younger. So you can get in with them, and from there they'll put you in a peer group. You all come together, and you all actually have a mentor to actually show you all how to get to the next level that you're trying to get to. I had one of my friends that they watching. He has a lawnmower business, and this morning I saw he's having the problems that most entrepreneurs have. I can tell he needs a business mentor in his actual business, where he's wondering if he want to keep going on this thing. And with that, I saw people coming in there telling him, I shouldn't say it, but I gotta say it. People asking, he'll just saying, "Hey man, this business thing, I don't know if I want to keep going or should I just go back and get a job." And people telling him stuff. You need to go pray. Let go and let God. God won't put no more on you than you can bear. I'm praying for you. Pray for you. You need to stay prayed up, and you'll get through it. Unfortunately, that's good stuff. You should always, wherever your faith is, though. I got bad news for you. Praying ain't gonna help you run no business. It's not gonna do it. It'd be just like somebody who's trying to do multiplication table and don't know how to add. And your son sat down, and your son and your daughter, you sat down with them to get ready to work on their math, and they don't know 2 times 2, and you tell them we're gonna pray. You're gonna get that answer. We're gonna pray. You're just gonna pray on it, and you're gonna get the answer. And you don't know how to explain to them how to do it. You just gonna tell them just pray, and we'll figure out. If you pray hard enough, then you'll know how 2 plus 2 equals 4. You're gonna have to actually have somebody to explain to that son or that daughter, "Hey, give me your fingers. We're gonna count 1, 2. How many fingers you got up? 2. We're gonna add 2 more. 1, 2. How many fingers you got up? I don't know. Do you have to count them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's how 2 plus 2 equals 4. Somebody got to explain it to you. And somebody, the same thing with business. You just ain't going to be able to pray and get through no business. You're not going to do it. Only way you're going to do it, somebody who actually already ran a business, especially that business that you're in, you're going to have to teach you how to do it. Nobody means bad about what they're telling them, but they just don't tell them the right thing. So prayer is just not going to do it for you running that. Somebody going to have to come to you and teach you the fundamentals of how the actual business work. It's basic math most of the time. On just about all businesses is basic math. If you can get enough customers in to fall through your sales funnel, and you can get them to come through, you can make your money. So that's the stuff that we're missing. And the other thing too, we have too many people trying to be business coaches and business mentors. I look at this. I have to be careful again. We're closed. People coming, but today we're closed. So I'm not going to be able to go to the door. But we have people that business mentors and business coaches. Now, if I'm mentoring or I'm trying to teach I am. I'm gonna go there. If I'm a business mentor, I'm an entrepreneur. I run businesses. And I got enough interest in a young man or a young woman that I want them to know how to learn how to run a business, or if I got enough interest in a young man or a young woman, let me see what this is. Give me a second. Okay. All right. If I got enough interest in a young man or a young woman, where I want them to have a job or so, and I'm an actual entrepreneur or business owner, they're gonna work for me. I make businesses. I know that's what I do. I'm a business owner, so if I'm gonna help them create their own business if they're gonna run it. I think they need to be an entrepreneur, or if they need a job, they're gonna just come work for me. It's just that simple. I got because that's what I do as a business owner. I got plenty of jobs. If I think that this person is deserving enough to be having employment, they're gonna come work for me. Just that I'm not gonna call some other entrepreneur or some person and say, hey, I got a guy who needs a job. No, if I think that much other person or the young lady, you gonna come here and work for me, and I'm gonna get you right. And that's the thing too. I was telling on a video earlier this week where they're talking about it's the African American men doing anything. No, they're not doing anything because you got all these people talking about we need to be mentors. Mentorship is just taking some young guy and letting them follow you and letting them see what you do. If we were doing something, it wouldn't need no mentorship because you got so much stuff for them to do. I could have three young men right now following me, and they could be all doing stuff, doing the same thing that I'm doing because I'm busy. So if the young man would have showed up earlier today and say, "Hey, you got any work for me?" Yeah, I got plenty of work for you. I had one guy who was actually doing the walls, and one guy he done the walls and he done the actual countertop. But another young man would came. I said, "I need you to wash the truck because I need I need to take it to go get it wrapped." And then starting tomorrow, Wednesday stuff, I would just tell them, "Hey, jump in the truck with me, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna demo this trailer, this Connex, and get it rebuilt." I always got something for them to do, and during that time, that's where the mentorship comes in because they actually there with me, and I'm teaching them how to actually do stuff. Back in the day, you didn't have no, and that's not how young guys learn anyway. They don't learn sitting down, going in no auditorium or going in no classroom place and sitting down and have me come up there and tell them, "Yeah, my name is Mike Sneed. I own the ice cream parlor. I own electrical contracting firm. I own the appliance repair business. I do real estate, this and that." They don't learn like that. That's the way a lot of times women like to learn. They like to be sitting down and just listen to people. Guys got to put their hands on it. So they don't. You don't learn like that. The way we learn, my dad and my uncles and my grandfather, they didn't come. My granddad didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna come and y'all come up to the church and we're gonna sit down and talk to y'all young men." No, they said, "Don't you plan nothing on Saturday morning? I'm gonna pick you up. We gotta put a roof on." My dad said, "Don't you're not going nowhere Saturday. Tell those guys don't come up here Saturday. I got something for you to do." And that was your mentorship program. And you got in the truck with them, and you went and done some work. And that's the other thing too. Guys, I hear guys always complaining. I didn't have my father around. I wish my dad was there, and this and that. Those of us who grew up with our dads, it won't nothing like you see on the news. I'm not the news on TV, but you and him gonna be sitting around playing baseball catch, and he's gonna be hitting you ground balls, and you're gonna be going fishing and hanging out, y'all best buddies and pals. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. Your dad. When your dad won't there, you was happy because he always had something for you to do. You done the stuff if you done the stuff that your dad didn't have time to do at the house. So you had to mow the grass. You had to actually stain the deck. You had to get up there and do all the stuff that he didn't have time to do. You was the person that done it. He would start you off on doing something, and he expect you when he got done for it to be done. You had to bust all the wood and rack it. You had to do all of that stuff. So the fathers and the men was there. They want all this stuff where you all gonna be hanging out just buddies. Nah, you ain't gonna be doing that. he would have you working. And that's how you learn. And at that time, you hated it. I thought it was the worst thing in the world. My dad wouldn't let me go up to the corner. I couldn't go up to what they call go up Stovall and hang on the corner. I thought that was the worst thing in the world. I wanted to be up there by the pool room and hanging out with everybody, but I couldn't go. I couldn't go no further than my Aunt Roxy's house. And then if I went past my Aunt Roxy's house, I would get a whooping. But at the same time, I thought he was being hard and bad on me. But at the same time, at that time it was the 80s and the 90s, and there was a lot of drugs and stuff going on up there at Stovall in the corner. And he knew that, and I wasn't able to go. Unfortunately, some of my friends and stuff that were able to go up there on the corner with them, they got caught up in the drugs and stuff. But the people who dad wouldn't let them go on the corner, we didn't get caught up in that, you know. And so I appreciate him for that. And that's what happened when you had those fathers there. Just making you work. They was making you work. And you hated it. But that's how the mentor stuff goes. How I'm gonna look like coming to just talk to five guys, talk to your classroom? That ain't no mentorship. They don't think 2 cents about that. The thing of it is, you have to get them out there and get them to work. And the other thing too, this is how I know a lot of people aren't doing anything with these guys. Because I was telling them about the young man. They didn't know how to write checks. I had to teach them how to write checks. And then when I showed them how to write checks, one of them they stole my checks and tried to go write a check on them. And everybody's like, "Man, you should have locked them up. You know, you should have put them in jail. You know, I wouldn't have done anything with them again." That let me know that they're not doing anything out there, because we always complain as African Americans. First thing we say is, if somebody do a crime, if they're black, they've been in jail. If they're black, they'll do this. The reason why is because we don't have businesses and stuff, and we don't have people who can actually vouch for us. Other races do just as much, and you see Hunter Biden and you see George W. Bush and all the stuff that they do. Their parents and stuff, they let them go to jail. The same thing with those young men. The people at the bank, they know me. They know they knew those two guys. They say those two guys be with Mr. Sneed sometime coming in here. They don't stole Mr. Sneed check. They not gonna call the police and get the police involved like that. They're gonna do what they done. I know Mr. Sneed. Call Mr. Sneed and let's see what Mr. Sneed want to do. They call me. Where they at? They out in their parking lot. Take the check and tell them to get away. Hey, y'all need to leave. We just called Mr. Sneed. Then I called him. Hey, where y'all at? Nowhere. We're on the way back. Y'all at the bank. They just called me. Get down here. So they get down here. Then I can get into them and get them corrected. You don't throw them away. Same thing. The young man who took my truck and ran into the bank. He saw I had a video on it, and then didn't want to go back and fix it. He was lying to the bank. And what did I do? The bank people called and they say, "Hey, Mr. Sneed, we got one of our branches. This was over in Wilson." And they called and they say, "Hey, a guy, you know somebody named Mike Sneed?" I say, "Yeah." He said, he came and ran into one of our banks and then come back. And they said, "Mr. Sneed, don't sound like Mr. Sneed." Yeah, he did. So what happened? They called one of the branches here. They called me, and when they called me, I was like, "No, I ain't hit no branch. I know that won't you. Who is it?" So I asked, I said, "Who hit the branch? Who hit? When they happened?" And he said, "Somebody ran into it about a month ago. We've been calling them, and they keep saying they're coming, but they never come back and fix it." I was like, "What number you call?" They gave me the number. I know who that is. No problem. I'm coming up there and see it. So what I do, I drive up there, see the bank manager. I said, "Oh, okay, no problem. I'll fix it." I said, "But don't call him back. Don't call him back. I'm gonna bring him up here, and he's gonna fix it." So you all saw me do that. I saw me tell a young man, "We gotta go to work. We driving. Where we going? Turn right here. Turn right here." We pull up to the bank. I said, "Come on and go in." And he said, "What's going on?" I said, "You know what's going on. Come on in. Let's go in." I made him go there and apologize to the bank manager. Say, "Hey, man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. We're gonna fix it." And we went out there and fixed it. And after we fixed it, the bank manager talked to him and said, I appreciate you coming back and this and that. And told him, hey, come back up here for a count or anything. Because he see the young man, somebody is putting something into him. But all of us, and people say, I told people, all of us done that. I didn't do that. Don't. And I saw people saying that's a lie. Don't say that. Ain't no all black men ain't stealing no checks. No, we ain't stealing no checks. But I done the same crazy thing when I was younger. I'm throwing rocks and I bust my neighbor window out and my dad come ask me, who hit Miss Martha Jones window, car window out there? I don't know. Where were you at? I was outside. What were you doing? I was just playing. Where that bat at? You hit no rocks with. I won't hit no rocks. Yes, you were. So my dad figured it out. You broke that window. So my dad then would take me down there to have to apologize to Miss Martha Jones. Yeah, I was throwing up rocks, hitting her with my bat, and one of them hit the window and broke her car window. And so my dad made me go down there and apologize. I got whipped afterwards for lying, but he apologized and fixed it. And I know then Miss Martha, she was okay. She was like, okay, son, it was an accident, this and that. But you learn to fix it. But if you don't have a man there to actually teach you that, you think the thing is escape and don't go there and do it. And don't hold yourself, don't be responsible for it. So you do that. Same thing. When we was in college, I wasn't writing no checks, stealing from nobody. But we used to do other little slick stuff back in the days when you could when they used to put both pair of sneakers in a box back there. They had the shoe store in Greensboro. They put both pair of sneakers in the box, and you could walk in there. You walk in, and you would take your old sneakers off, put them in the box, put the new ones on, and walk off. I done that. That was just as bad as writing a check. I didn't get caught. My roommate got caught, and they didn't send him to jail. They made him pay for it, and they said they just a bunch of college kids doing some crazy stuff. Back then, you was in college. Oh man, you know better than this, man. Come here and pay for this, And that's what he done. They didn't ruin you. But we the only people who want to just ruin us all the time. Then we see when everybody else get mercy, we feel bad. Why we don't get no mercy? If they were black, they would have done this. But yeah, because you would do the black person the same way. You don't give them you don't extend no mercy out to them. So that's how I know other people are not out here doing anything. Because you were doing stuff, you were what you call? You would actually have that compassion, and you would know that this is part of them just being a knucklehead, and you to get them to the next stage, and you're not going to ruin it, and you know that you can be as harsh on them and even worse than what the police and stuff could be. And that was another thing too. I heard, oh well, if they steal from you, if they'll write a check on you, they'll come back and they'll kill you. Come on, you talking about young kids? You talking about? I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old, and I have power of dominion over everything as a man. You talking about a teenager? I'm afraid of a teenager as a grown man. I'm afraid of a teenager as a grown man. I got power of dominion over him. What he gonna do? I'm not gonna. The problem is, you all go there instead try to act like y'all teenagers instead of you all being who you are, being the mentor and showing them where to go. You go down there and try to act like, yeah, I used to hustle and I was in the streets. You want to go there and do that? Then you go get on their level, and they know real quick you ain't doing the stuff that they doing, and now you're in trouble because now they gonna realize, oh, you want to come play on this thing, and you can't do it, and then that's when you get in trouble. But they know I don't go there and talk about I was in the streets and I was real and this and that. I don't get there into that mess. I don't. I'm strictly what I'm doing and getting you. I'm teaching them entrepreneurship, teaching them how to be better men. Because I don't went through that same stuff. So that's what I do. And I stay in my lane. Now, if I go down there in their lane, they probably will make an example of it. Because I have no business trying to talk that mess with them. I have to stay where I'm at, and they don't bother me. They respect me. They're not gonna. Nobody. How are you gonna be afraid of your own people? Like I have people tell me that all the time. You going over there to Rocky Mountain, you're gonna be dodging bullets and stuff. I'm not afraid of my people. If I can't go there and talk to my people, where in the world can I go? So if I go out there, I talk to them just like I talk to all my nephews and nieces and stuff. That's what I talk to them about. I don't go there and act like I'm not afraid of it. Matter of fact, sometimes I like it to go out there, especially during football season and stuff. And you pull up and and they see you pull up, and especially the Cowboys and lost. Man, those damn Cowboys! I told you they ain't shit. No, you should have brought your ass down here last week. Where you been hiding? So you get to do all that stuff again. And when you see them, and you get to joke and play and stuff. But then on top of that, you get to what you call. You get to be out there with them, and you can actually be there and give them a chance to make money the real way. If you go back and look at some of the old videos I done back in the day when I first started showing up into those communities, and I show up and I'll get the men in there, and when they first started coming to work with me, it was you could see the transition. They would show up and they would drink wine. So they'll work, and then I pay them for lunch. They go get wine. They'll drink wine and come back. I ain't say nothing to them, man. Y'all better get something to eat, man. We got to move all these bricks. Oh, we good. After a while, they after a while when they start working regular, they no longer were getting walking because it started off they would have to walk or ride a bike to the actual houses we was working on. But after about a month or so, them working every day, and they get paid steadily, they have a steady job. Something started to happen where their wives or their daughters or whoever, girlfriend, they started bringing them and dropping them off for work. So they would get dropped off in the mornings at work. And when they got dropped off, I started noticing they had a lunch bag. They no longer had wine. They had lunch bags and they had packed lunch. And and they started then to actually to feel like men again when they could actually give their wives and girlfriend money, and they what you call they I would hear them tell them, come back around about 12, we'll get paid. I have some money to get some gas. No, that type of stuff. And that's the type of stuff that you do in those communities. They not out here. Only reason they acting the way they acting out there is because of the lack of resources, because they don't have any money. Back in Germany after World War One, that's why Germany was worse than we are. That's how Hitler came to rise because he saw his community like that, and he said he saw people who were ordinarily good people turn to criminals because they were living on top of each other, and they scarce for resources. Well, it's the same thing happening there. And if you are the entrepreneurs that you say you are, you need to go out there. Same thing they're talking about Dr. Umar. We know, uh, uh, Dr. Umar doesn't, doesn't, unfortunately, he doesn't know the entrepreneur side of how to put that school together, how to change that community. He's a great orator and he's a great talker. We know that, but he right now at the moment he doesn't know that. But what should happen, he needs to actually find him an entrepreneur to go in there and and and, and get that thing up and going. And he could do it. He got to look and see. He's not going to be able to do that school the way he's doing it. He don't have any money coming in. And for private school, it's costing you about $1,000 per month for a kid to go to private school. And you talk about going to get kids in a low income area and bringing them up there. That's $1,000 a month, and you what them call it? They go on they going home every day. You talking about keeping them there, and they at home on the weekend. You talking about keeping them there 24/7 year round. You talking about a lot of money per kid, and they don't have no their parents don't have no money to pay, and there's not enough African Americans who can actually afford to send their kids to private school to fill it out. Because we was the same way here in Raleigh. We always wanted to say, hey, why we don't have a predominantly African American private school like a Ravenscroft or something like that. where we can actually send our kids to. Because we didn't have enough to make it up. Because they had a couple of them. They had like Word of God, Upper Room that was attached to churches, but we wanted something that wasn't quite attached to a church. You couldn't find it because it wasn't but a handful of us. They were actually sending our kids to private school, and so you couldn't do it to make up enough people just in the Raleigh triangle area to fill up a private school. You just want enough to do it. If all of them came together, so you ended up with two or three of them everywhere across every school. You go to a private school, you see a handful of African Americans, but it wasn't enough for us to come together and put together a whole school and go. So now you're talking about you want to make it a boarding school. You gotta have a couple of businesses in there. Before he got the school up and running, he should have had a couple of businesses put it right there on that campus, something to actually be able to pay and support that school. Because that's where that money gonna have to come from. You don't want to go out there begging for no donations. I don't want to be out here begging for no donation. I tell them that with the frat and everything else, man, I don't, just tell me how much y'all need and let me pay. I'm not gonna be out here selling no fish plates. I'm not gonna be. I got too much to do. I ain't gonna do it. Just tell me whatever it is that y'all need for the year. Just let me know and put that on my dues. I just don't want to get out here and do it. And so, because I don't want to be begging nobody to do it. I wanted to be self sufficient and run and figure out ways where we can actually make money. And where it doesn't require us to actually get out here and have to actually be peddling and stuff. So he should have had one or two businesses there. I don't know. He might could have done like a ice cream parlor on there. He could have done like a pizza. I would have said ice cream on a pizza shop right there on the school grounds. Italian water ice. He's from Philly. Do water ice and pizza. Both of those are simple to do, easy to start business that bring in a bunch of cash. They could have actually by now it would have made enough to get one of the buildings up and running, and you would have employed the kids, and then you add in other businesses or rented space out for business. We had to have a business district. That's what cities do. Cities just don't say, oh, we just gonna go build some houses here and no businesses around. You got to have a business around to support the people who are going to be in the houses. So the business come first, and then once the businesses come, then you build the houses and schools and stuff around it. But you got to have a business there first. And he doesn't have no way to get no money. And he could have then put he could have got the auditorium up and running. Once he got the auditorium up and running, then he could have instead of him going around everywhere speaking, he could have been speaking there in Georgia, and he could have other people come there and do their conventions and stuff. There, we ain't got no way to go do no convention. Well, I don't. That's what place African Americans own that you can go do a convention in. I don't know any place that we own that we can go do a convention. He could have turned one of the auditoriums into a nice place where they can do the conventions and stuff, and have people come there and actually do their events and stuff. And I think stuff like that he could have done, but he would need to have some entrepreneur person on there to actually help him get it going. I'm gonna read some of this stuff, man. I gotta get in here. I got to get me a entrepreneur person to help me get this stuff going. I'm gonna get this going. Expect more restoration. Okay, what's going on? Hey, now, okay, I rotated the screen. Stoker Review say what's up. Captain Hawks, no picture of auto. Okay, sorry, I got it straight. Frank Evans, what's up, brother? I know it was more money making for you. Yeah, it is. The last couple. I'm gonna do a video on that. Probably tomorrow sometime. The last couple. We there. we there. We've been this ice cream thing has really been pumping it out, and we're gonna have another great weekend. JT say, hey Mike, how you doing, JT? Stoker Reviews say, hey. Let me see if I can bring. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, now Dr. Funk say, yes sir. Okay, I'm good. Hey, what's going on, Quentin Hodge? Hey, Mike, ABC fam. Reggie Crew, what's up? What's up, ABC fam? Hey, how you doing? All right, what's going on, Prestige Mobile Detail? What's going on, ABC fam? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, DCNF? And what's going on, Mike and ABC family? Yeah, DCNF, JT Pocket Watch is saving people. Yeah, he is. Man, this stuff is crazy. What's going on? Yeah, Strayer University bust a lot of people in the head. A lot of them. Terry the electrician said, "What's up, ABC fam?" Yeah, earn as you learn. Best thing to do. Mr. O, 8 jobs lined up for me tomorrow. First time taking this many jobs in a day. Testing out my new system. Okay, congratulations, man. Let's see how it goes. 66 reflection. So, what's happening, Mike? Hey, how you doing, man? Robert T said facts. 63 reflection. I said I would never be working with my hands like my dad. He was a carpenter. Now I'm doing everything I said I wouldn't do that my dad had me doing. Plus, same here. Same here. I said I would never in my life do that. Never. And like I say, if your dad was staying around early Saturday, my dad, he worked third shift. Back then, most of the men worked third or second shift because they always done their little side jobs and stuff during the day. So my dad would work third shift, and in the morning when he got off work from his job in the plant, he would go out and do construction or work on the farm and stuff. So he would actually get off work from the plant, then go to his I guess you would call it his side hustle, and he'll do that until about 3, 4 o'clock. Go home, go to bed, then wake up and go to work. If you got 4 kids there back then, that's a lot of stuff that you got to do, and that's how he done it. And if your dad was telling you, don't you do nothing, don't do nothing this weekend, I need you to be ready to go. Man, your weekend was messed up. You're gonna work you to death. 89 Dr. Funk. I moved in with my dad in 11th grade. He worked me like a Hebrew slave, working in the garage on cars and painting, etc. It was always something to do, but I appreciate the heck out of those times. Yeah. They worked the devil out of it. Stoker Review. Sad reality. I see a lot of the black kids hanging out late at night. Yeah, because they don't have anything to do. Paul Brown. What's up, Mike, ABC fan? Mike had to help my young mother, 2.5 kids, write a check 2 hours ago. Had to help a young mother, 2.5 kids, write a check 2 hours ago. yeah, it's sad. It is sad. Myron West, what's up, Mike and ABC fam? And thanks again for Sunday. Call, I was in again. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. JT, black fathers are needed in our community. Yeah, they're there, but that goes back to saying the African American men, we there, but we just running from the responsibility. The fathers are there. So we need black fathers. They know who the fathers are, but the fathers just don't. They running from the responsibility. Capello Appliance Repair. I brought my lunch back home. My wife hasn't made me lunch since. What's up, Maya? Terry the electrician. Umar's a narcissist and don't want to admit that he don't know what the hell he's doing. There have been more than one black contractor trying to help him get that school built. Yeah, it is. He definitely need help, and he got a what's it called? If he's going to get it up and running, he got to get a contractor in there and get them going. But what happened? He just can't. We know to get that air conditioning unit. That ain't no $3,000 heating and air conditioning. They have to go on that thing. No, that's almost $50,000 to $80,000 for that HVAC unit they got to go on top of it. And who's gonna put it on top of that? You gotta have helicopters or crane and all. You got the money to do it. The actual school that actually the public school system in the African American community is broke. The teachers ain't got no money for buy paper and stuff. They broke. and they can barely keep things moving. But you're gonna actually come in where you know how no steady flow of money, you gotta go beg for money and think you're gonna get it going. Nah, they ain't gonna work like that. You got to have somebody come in there and put you together a business system to get that thing up and going, to keep it funded and keep it moving. But nah, it ain't gonna go. It's just too much money got going there. And then on top of that, the utilities and stuff come in. You don't pay the utilities at schools and stuff like you do at your house. Uh, you get you get a huge bill because they're looking at all the waste and all that stuff that you're putting into the system, and you having such a huge impact on it. And so your bill is totally different. Um, Dr. Virginia Luker Johnson, so hit the like button. Okay, please do. Uh, Stick to the plan. Um, Thanks. I started applying, preparing, did great. Now I'm getting my electrical license. Oh man, good job to become a contract trade. Is that where it is? The contract trade is where it's at. Thanks, Mike. Man, thanks, man. That's great stuff. Great stuff. Daily revenue. I'm glad you helped her, Paul, so it can run smoother next time. Yep, no doubt. Uh, so once again, it's 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for watching. I need to get here and get this actual batch freezer up and running before the kids and stuff get here tomorrow. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll be back on Thursday. And once again, thank you all for everything you do. Be on the lookout. I got some announcements that's coming up for some classes and stuff that's going on. But I got to get one more piece of equipment. So once I secure that piece of equipment, be on the lookout for new class dates and everything. Like I said, I can't do nothing until after the 4th. After this weekend, hey, we're back into the classroom training and everything. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.